This past Shabbos, I met an incredible Yid who shared with me a beautiful personal story. He shared that him and his wife were Americans living in Eretz Yisrael. They had one child, and then they had a second baby, and the baby was born very, very ill. And for 26 weeks, it was touch and go, and it was so bleak for them. They were all alone in a country where it was a different culture, without their family support system, and their baby was so ill. And he said that there was one story that gave him and his wife so much Chizzuk in the darkest of times. He said he had heard that there was a Rebbe, a teacher, in Ger Cheder in Yerushalayim. And one day in the middle of class, the Rebbe leaves the classroom and he goes into the Rebbe's room to make a phone call. Happens to be that while he's in the Rebbe's room, the principal, the Manal, is there and he hears the phone call. The fellow says to his wife, "You know that old record, that old jacket that I had? Did you throw it out?" "Yeah," his wife says on the other end. "Is it in the garbage can?" "No," his wife says, "I already took it out to the garbage bin." "Do you think you could go down to the garbage bin and see if you can take it out?" "I'm sorry, the garbage collectors already took it." "Okay, no worries." And he goes back into class. Later that day, the principal stops him and says to him, "Listen, I don't pry, but that was really strange. In the middle of class, you stopped class to go ask your wife about that old jacket that you had, that old record that you had. Like, what was happening?" And the Lamed blushed a little bit. He says, "You really want to know? I'll tell you." He says, "When I got married, I knew one day I would have to make chasnas for my children. So every day, I put a few shekels into the pocket of this old jacket that I have in my closet. It's been a bunch of years, and I've accumulated 40,000 shekel. This morning, in passing, my wife mentioned to me that she planned on cleaning out my closet. I said, okay. All of a sudden, for some reason during class, it hit me. If she cleans out my closet, she's going to throw out my old jacket, and she doesn't know that there's money in there. So I ran out and I called her. And she had unfortunately thrown it out. So the principal, the Manal, looks at the Rebbe and he says to him, "And you didn't even react? It didn't seem like you got angry. You weren't disappointed. You just said, that's okay." And he went back to class. Where does that come from? Where does that inner strength come from? And the Rebbe said something so powerful. He said, who knows if my entire life, all about that run around that 1 minute, that one decision, how I would react. Would I get angry? Would I lose myself? Would I be bekas? Would I say something sharp to my wife? Or would I somehow win it? Would I somehow be victorious and come out of that nisayon, that challenge, calm, complacent, and believing in Hashem? That's the dialogue that you heard. And then how the principal was blown away by this fellow. This young father with a very sick child in the hospital said that so many times he told his wife and his wife told him, Hashem gave us an incredible life until this point. We went to yeshivas, we have great families, we're able to sit and learn, we have parnasa, we have a beautiful child at home, everything is perfect. Now is the moment where Kadosh Baruch Hu could be, is saying, okay, let's see what you're made of. Let's see what you can do with this Messiah. Are we going to lose it? Are we going to get depressed? Are we going to fall apart? Are we going to say, Rebbeinu Shalom, we got it. We have it. We're going to come out of this stronger than ever before. And he said this story gave him Chizzuk through these terribly difficult half a year to a year. And Baruch Hashem, today, his child is doing so much better. When I heard this, it gave me personally Chizzuk. Find those moments in our life where things are really challenging. We have to tell ourselves, it's possible that our entire lives were just for these moments. And then, Be'ezer Hashem, we can embrace them, and we can grow from them, and in Mitzvah Hashem, we could be Matzliach.